Okay. So, yeah, and that takes us to our next part of the show, which is our Bible bracket. Now, a show Bible, which is what we're showing to folks who watch the show. A show Bible is a document that outlines the characters, plots, settings, and themes of a television series. Writers pitch show Bibles to network executives and production companies in the hopes that it will procure a production agreement. So, what does someone have a radio playing in the background? You hear
Not
that noise?
me.
I was
I'm
gonna
here.
say,
I'm hearing it.
yeah, like a girl talking or something. There it
Okay,
is.
There's nobody here but me, and my
it
dogs
Hmm.
don't
might
talk.
be, it might be a ghost.
My
So
dogs don't talk. She's not
this
here.
week, our Bible, and normally the Bible is only for television shows, but I'm using it for everything that we're doing. So if someone were to come to me and ask, "How can I help? What do you have in the pipeline?" I can just lay it all out to them in our Bible, which is virtual, and it's also something that is I have a hard copy as well. Right now, we're pitching our show Bible to our audience so that they will support us. Now, in our first 4 weeks, we had let's see here, we had cybernetic competing against sentient, and sentient won. Sentient is about the first sentient zombie, so it's a zombie movie. Next, we had losing myself competing with Maria Trout. Maria Trout won, and Maria Trout is all about social media and about people competing for social media. And then we had Straw compete against Rage Clicks, and Straw won. Straw is about straw gun purchases. And then we had John Long that competed against against Thumpers. Bible Thumpers would be too on the nose for a title, so I just used Thumpers. And of course, John Long won that battle. And now, last week we had Habits competing with Respect, and Habits won. And Habits is all about how the habits in our lives can have outcomes that are like unexpected, and when those things happen in our lives, they can have a profound effect. So it's about our habits and how they affect our lives. So next, we have grave decisions and cross country. And with grave decision and cross countries, you guys will be able to let me know using our rating system whether it sticks, whether it needs more work, or whether we can forget about it. So that's our rating system. If it sticks, it sticks. Perhaps it needs more work, or perhaps we just need to forget about it. Now, the two films we currently have up for discussion is Grave Decisions and Cross Country. And what I did was I went online and I created some AI movie posters for for the different films. So right now we're going to discuss Grave Decisions.
It looks like somebody died
Yeah,
there.
I don't know if you've seen those roadside grave markers.
Yeah, seen them a lot in movies.
Yeah, you see them a lot but you're driving along, you'll see these roadside markers of where
Mm.
tragedies have happened, where people have died. And Roman is driving along and he sees one of those roadside grave markers. And from the moment that he sees it, he can't erase it from his mind. He just keeps thinking about it and thinking about it. And he knows he has to go back to that roadside grave marker. He knows he has to go back. It's just he's compelled to do it. So he goes back to that roadside grave marker, and basically he gets he's talking to a woman there who is actually the one who that grave marker is for. And in conversation, he realizes that. And then she gives him a mission, something he has to do, because she can't rest until the person that caused that grave marker to be there is actually brought to justice. Okay? So that's grave decisions. The next one is, let me bring it up here. The next movie up for consideration, or idea up for consideration from our Bible, is Cross Country. And as you can tell, AI is goofy, man.
Mhm.
It just does all kinds of crazy stuff. But Cross Country is a very simple story. Back in the '80s, Bruce Springsteen, after one of his albums, he traveled cross country from New York to California. So, and he had a friend he took along with him. So that inspired me to write a story about a rock star who's famous, traveling from coast to coast with a friend of his he's known since childhood. And the one thing he doesn't know about that childhood friend is that he is a serial killer. So as they make stops in each place, and the rock star is, maybe doing a show here or there, maybe just laying low, talking to his fans that sort of figure him out. This guy is committing murder. So the story follows them in a cross country trip. And it sort of shows what happens once, yeah, he discovers that, yeah, there's more to this guy than meets the eye. And then he has to discover what he's going to do when he discovers his childhood friend that he's been traveling coast to coast with is a serial killer. So those are our two choices this week. Our two choices are cross country or grave decisions. So who wants to go first and give their thoughts?
Ladies, a
Okay,
lady, not Jamel, lady.
okay, Katie.
I
Which
like
one
how
do you think really sticks, needs more work, or we can forget about it?
um I think the one that is stick for me was the grave. I
Mm,
just yeah, I like that. I kind of
mm,
like that twist at the end.
mm.
And I'd be curious to see how the mission would play out. And the other one I like it, but maybe later, more work.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're gonna go with grave decisions, and you're saying cross country needs just a little more work. I saw that Jamel wanted to put his input in. So Jamel, which one are you picking, man?
Well, they're both good choices. One, yeah, it's like, okay, you got two childhood friends and they're traveling from New York to LA. Maybe, who knows, that one is trying to become a big star in LA and the other one is just tagging along as support, but also doing his things secretly while they travel. Um, so to me, either one would be fine. And grave decisions, that one's more so like, getting into the paranormal world where that person that can see the woman, he has certain heightened senses, or maybe it could be even a superpower if you look at it in that aspect. So for me, it could go either way.
Excellent. And now we're gonna get the feedback. So no, but if you had to pick one, if you had to pick one, Jamel, which one would you pick? You gotta pick one. You
Come
gotta
back
pick.
to come back to me on that, and I'll give it some more thought.
Okay. Okay. So now we've got one vote so far for grave decisions. Cross country needs more work. And now we're going to go to our tiebreaker, or maybe the guy with the plan. We're going to go to Clint. Clint.
Who, me? I already made my decision when you started talking, so I'm going to be straightforward with you. I'm with Great. Although Jamel just planning a debate, I'm going to say, and then he might try to disagree with me. I know that means. I know you, bro. I know you. I know you. I agree with Katie. Grave decision. I feel it totally. It's because I'm more into the paranormal. I love the story about it. It gives me a bit of a ghost whisperer, that drama that used to be back on. It gives me more of that feel. And I love dealing with, I like movies that talks about the other side. I could see where the story going. And at the same time, the story can also be unpredictable. Cross country, it's a knee. It doesn't stick with me because for some reason I can't really feel it. I can't tell if it's going to be like a comedy or horror. It gives me a bit of American Psycho, but it just doesn't really stick to me. Really, I don't know. Maybe if we put in some work in it, it wouldn't feel as cliche to me.
Okay. Well, just to give you a little bit more background on that, I love the idea of being able to travel from coast to coast and show different parts of America, and to show how when things happen, like a murder, there's always one cop who knows exactly who did it. There's always one detective who, when something happens, it sticks with them. And I love that you guys are looking at grave decisions, because I'm sure we've all drove by those roadside markers where we know a tragedy has happened. We ride by them all the time, and we just, sometimes you just want to know what happened. Sometimes it just sticks with you.
Mhm.
I have more than one. I have some that I had to go and find the story with one or two of them, because there was just so much of an outpouring of love, and an outpouring of their loss. And in the story, through talking to those people and exploring their loss, he's able to find out exactly what happened and why. And not only does he learn something, the spirit who hopefully can finally rest learns something. But then again, sometimes anger can sort of flip the script on things. So, with that being said, Jamel, you're on the spot now, man. Which
All
one would
right.
you?
So
What's the winner this week?
now we have more of a description of each one of grave decisions, and just thinking about it more.
I'm
With
going to go with
cross
grave decision.
country, I would say
Cross country.
they're both good. They're both good. I like cross country and I like grave decisions. Now look at it in this twist. So this is me thinking outside the box. Grave decisions, right? You have the woman that passed and she wants justice of them finding the person that did this, right? That plays into cross country. They're going to cross country. He's a serial killer doing all these killings, right? And they don't know who's doing the killings. And she's the one that wants to have the justice to find this guy to bring him in. Think about it in that aspect. So first, grave decisions.
Okay,
Oh, like mashup. Okay.
Correct.
so it looks like the winner this week is grave decisions.
Yeah, because Jamal really haven't really pick which one. So we're gonna go with that with grave decision.
Yes, I did say grave decisions,
You
Clinton.
said you picked that one.
I said
I
grave
didn't
decisions.
hear. I didn't hear.
I said Grave Decisions because Katie said, yeah, kind of like a mashup. And I'm like, yeah, so I go with Grave Decisions.
You combined the both. I didn't hear you pick. I don't know.
No.
Maybe I missed it. Something wrong with my
Grave
hair. So
Decisions.
I missed it.
Grave Decisions.
Canva say Canva.
Thank you, Katie.
Which leads
Okay,
into
guys. So we have our winner. Our winner is Grave Decisions, and it looks like it wasn't an easy choice, but it definitely is going to be great once we're able to start actually producing some of these films and being able to get someone to do a real poster and not something generated by AI.